Hi students, we're going to find a few examples and write them down here to describe the absolute configuration or expectation. A few practices, it will make you an expert in determining the optical isomerism and read more about enantiomers and diastereomers. So here is the simple exercise that I am trying to share today. So I think you will have to recall the rules. Rule 1, it simply says that you have to assign the priority. Priority means, it is based on atomic weight. Okay, high atomic weight, high priority. Okay, then next is rule 2. Rule 2. If two groups attached to C atom, that is asymmetric carbon atom, are same, we look into next atom. For example, if we have C, CH3, CH2, CH3, OH, and H. H is the last priority, so we rule this out. And then oxygen is having 8, this is the first priority. Here you have 6 and 6, both same. So what you have to do is, because both are same, you have to look into the next atom. So when you look into next atom, this becomes 6. Here next atom is hydrogen. Hydrogen is 1, this is 6. Okay, so 6 is greater than 1, therefore we have to give priority 2 to this and priority 3 to this, and therefore it rotates clockwise and it goes clockwise. We call it as the R notation. That is the rule 2. Okay. So the next is the rule 3. Rule 3 is, it suggests that every double bonded atom, rule 3, every double bonded atom or triple bonded atom is to be considered as next to C atom. Okay. An example for this is that if you have a C double bond C, it is equivalent to C, C, C like this. And likewise, if you have C triple bond C, it is equivalent to C, C, C like this. Okay. So that way you can see that this is, the few examples I'm going to just again give. Okay, so this is the example section that I've taken from some examples. So let us try example 1. What is example 1? Example 1 is given is BR, C, dashed portion here, backward, ridged, H, okay, and I. Okay, so there are two ways you can imagine this. One way is because it is already backwards. Dashed version means it is backwards. So when it is backwards, you can just directly put the priorities. Iodine has top priority, bromine has the next priority, and fluorine has the third priority. So the rotation may be in the anti-clockwise direction, and therefore it will be S configuration. But however, what happens is in most of the cases we find it very difficult to just analyze it. However, the S is already the same. In some cases, you can write a structure like this, a simple structure like this, in which you can put BR here, H here, I here, and F here. So in this structure, you will try to bring exchange two places. One exchange is not allowed because you have to do two exchanges. So when you do two exchanges, you get H here and I here, and then BR here and F here. Okay. Now the hydrogen becomes the one which is the last priority. Okay. So when hydrogen becomes the last priority, you can see that I, BR, and F, they go in the same way. So this way it will be 1, 2, and 3. It will be clockwise. Therefore, it will be R configuration. Okay. What have we done? The H and F, forward and backward, have been pushed. H and F have been this is backward and this is forward. This is backward and forward. Now this is backward and forward means you can draw a simple line and write it like this. Different. This is the right method. Right method. Here it goes wrong. Okay. Or one more thing is, in most cases, if they give you the sequence, that is the wedged thing, you can directly try to put it that way also. Okay. So let us take to the second example. Second example is H, C, Cl, Br, and CH3. Okay, so this makes this is a bit difficult because dashed means it is backwards. This solid wedge means it is front. Okay, so you can make a front and backward like this. Br and CH3 like this. Okay, so when you make front and backward like this, to the top portion of the bromine is hydrogen, to the bottom portion of this is the chlorine. This is the Newman, Fisher projection formula. Okay, so after writing this, you can see that H is last priority. You have to bring H here and take CH3 there. So one transformation is not allowed. You have to make two transformations, and this you have to change. Okay, when you do this, you get a structure like this. Cl here, Br here, H here, and CH3 here. So when you have CH3 there, the priority is, this is the fourth priority, last priority. Top one is bromine, first priority. Chlorine is second priority. Carbon is third priority. Reason is this has a molecular weight of 39 and 17 and 6. So it goes like this. So it is anti-clockwise, and therefore it is yes. Okay, so this is another example. Now let us take the third example there. Third example, here it is, third example. This is optically inactive. The reason is you've got hydrogen here and hydrogen here. Therefore, the carbon atom is not asymmetric. carbon atom is not asymmetric. When the carbon atom is not asymmetric, you cannot judge the configuration for that. Okay. So the fourth example is Cn CH2NS2 OH. Fourth example is this one. C solid dash OH backward CH2NS2. Fourth one is Cn, sign it there, and you have hydrogen. Now these two you can just push them back. Coming to the Fisher projection, you can just draw like this. CH2NS2 is backwards. Okay, you just have to push it flatly. This is a three-dimensional structure. Bring it to 2D. 2D structure is what we call it as the Fisher structure. You bring it to Fisher structure, you get CH2NS2 here and OH here. Not this. Okay, it goes like this, flattening. This is the way of writing the structure. CH2NS2 OH here. Because it is backwards, it is front. So backward and front you have to see like this. And then that way, above CH2NS2 you have Cn and below you have H. Okay, you don't require any exchange. Why? Because hydrogen is also low priority as well as at the bottom. Low priority as well as at the bottom. Now you have to set the priority. Priority is oxygen 8, carbon 6. This is also carbon 6. Okay. Now here is the most confusing thing. Because both of them are same 6, you have to look into the rule 2. Next atom. Here next atom is nitrogen. It is 7. Here also next atom nitrogen is 7. Okay. So both are again the same. Both are giving the same 7 here, 7 here. So what you have to do? You have to look into the next. Here you next is 0. Here you have hydrogen which is equal to 1. Therefore this is greater. So priority for OH is 1. Priority for CH2N2 is 2. Priority for Cn is 3. And then you can see that rotation is 1, 2 and 3. It goes anti-clockwise. Therefore it is S configuration. Okay. What is the another example there? Here another example is taking it down. CH2. It is the fourth example. Fifth example is there. So I will draw that example here. C, it is attached to C triple bond H, and backwards it is going for COOH. Backward it is going for COOH. Frontwards it is hydrogen atom, and again you have CH2OH. Okay. Now the group runs like this. This is a 3D structure. 3D to 2D structure, you have to go for Fisher. Okay. So this way you have to flatten it. Okay, you just flatten it like this. Here you get COOH, and here you get H. These two C triple bond CH is there, and this one is CH2OH is there. Okay, now you have come to the flat structure. In the flat structure, you see that we have to exchange. We have to bring hydrogen here and take CH2OH there. So one exchange is not allowed. One exchange is not allowed. You have to do 2 exchanges. Therefore, you bring this and you take up this. Okay. When you do like this, you get a structure like this. So H here, CH2OH here, and then COH comes to the top, C triple bond CH was there. Okay, now comes the numbering. So in the numbering portion, you can see that hydrogen is the last priority because its atomic number is 1. Therefore, this is removed. So all of them are having 6 here, 6, 6. All of them are equal. Okay. Now the next atom is to be considered as per the rule 2. Okay. What is the next atom? Here next atom is 6. Here next atom is 8. Here next atom is 8. Okay. So you will see that this is having, there is a competition between 2 8 atoms there. Your 8, your 8. Okay. Now, because the next atom is 8, you can establish this for as the lowest priority, that is the third priority. This is the fourth priority. You can also consider C triple bond attached to C as equivalent to 3 C atoms as per rule 3. Even if you attach like this, what happens is the next atom is 6 here. Okay. Here the next atom is 6 here, but here it is 8. Here also it is 8. So it is priority 3. Now in the COOH group, you have 8 and then 8 here. So you have to again go to the next atom. When you go to the next atom, it is hydrogen 1. Here next atom is oxygen 8. So therefore this is higher. So higher means this is the first priority. That is the top one. And then this becomes second one. So overall you can see the structure goes 1, 2 and 3 like this. It's again anti-clockwise, therefore it is S isomer. Okay, this is another example in which you can see that it is S, because COH comes first, CH2OH next, C triple bond CH next, and then the last is the hydrogen atom. Clear? So let me take, we have done 5 examples. I'll take some more examples from the book there. In the book, it is here it is. Directly in one of the book, it's given as CHO, HCOH, and CH2. Okay, what do you do? You just interchange it, exchange them. So when you exchange them, you get a structure like this: H, CH2OH, OH, and CHO. Now the priority is, this is the last priority, it can be removed. Priority is oxygen is having 8 and this is 6 and this is also 6. This is the top priority, first priority, this is the fourth priority. Between this you have to establish, here CHO is equivalent to C double bond O, which is equivalent to C, O and O. That means 6 is attached to 8. Here 6 is attached to O8. Okay. But here you have 2 8s because you have double bond there. You have got one more 8 here. You have got hydrogen here. The next atom is hydrogen here, which is 1. Therefore, this is the next priority by atomic weight, and this is the third priority. Again, if you look at this, you go this way anti-clockwise. Anti-clockwise, this is S configuration. Okay, so next example is Cl, Br, COH, and H. Okay, as per the periodic rule, hydrogen is the last and it goes out. This is the first priority because bromine has higher weight. Second priority, chlorine. Third priority, carbon. Okay, so this goes in the clockwise direction, and therefore it is R configuration. Therefore it is the R configuration. Okay, this is one more example. And then coming to another example, OH, C, H, COOH, and CH3. I think you can name this. This is the lactic acid, lactic acid. Okay, so you can make two exchanges to bring it down. So you'll get a structure like this. Hydrogen bottom, CH3 comes there, COOH goes there, OH comes here, and the priority is, this is the last priority, so goes to the bottom. First priority because oxygen 8, here carbon 6. So when both the carbon atoms are similar, go to the next atom. Here oxygen 8, here hydrogen 1. 8 is greater than hydrogen. Therefore, this is the second priority. This is the third priority. When you go like this, 1, 2, and 3, it goes 1 to 3 and it goes in the clockwise direction. Therefore, it is R configuration. Okay. So the next example I'm finding is COOH, H, H2N, and CH3. So make two exchanges. You get a structure like this. Okay. H to the bottom, CH3 here, and then NH2 to the top, and then COOH to the left. Okay. As per the priority rule, hydrogen is fourth priority because of its atomic weight. Here you have 6, here you have 7, here also you have 6. So this becomes the top priority because of 7. So this is number 1 priority. Between these two, you have to, as per rule 2, you have to look into the next atom. If you look into the next atom, it is hydrogen 1. If you look into the next atom, it is oxygen 8. 8 is greater than 1. Therefore, this has got a second priority and this has the third priority. When it goes like this, 1, 2, and 3, then it is anti-clockwise. When it is anti-clockwise, it is S isomer. It is S configuration because it is S isomer. Okay, so and the next example I find here is okay. CH3, CHB or CO2 you have already worked out. So if you have some examples in the question, you can always let me know and draw them and do it for you. Okay, so I think the example is okay. Let us try one imaginary example as a last step by writing a symmetrical carbon atom C attached to C double bond C, C attached to C triple bond C, C attached to C double bond O, and then H. Okay. H is already at the bottom and it's the last priority, so therefore it goes. So here you have 6, 6, 6. This is a symmetric carbon. All the three are the same. Now when you have 6, 6, 6, what is the next step? You go for writing the expansion as per rule 2 and rule 3. Rule 2, you look into the next atom. Rule 3, if the double bonded atom is there, this is to be treated as C and C, C and C. And this is to be treated as C, C, C. This is to be treated as C, O, and O. Now, if you look at this 6 is attached to 1, 6, another 6. This 6 is attached to 1, 6, 2, 6, and 3, 6. This 6 is attached to 1, 8, and another 8. So 8 is higher than 6. 8 is higher than 6. 8, 6, 6, 8 is higher, therefore this is top priority. And out of these two, this is the next carbon atom is also 6, here next carbon atom is also 6. And the next atom obviously will be hydrogen here, which will be 1. But here, third one is 6 here. So you can compare these two. 6 is greater. 6 is greater than 1. Carbon atom is greater than hydrogen atom. Therefore, this gets the third priority, the second priority. And this is the third priority. So overall, you can see that if you go from 1, 2, and 3, you are going in a clockwise direction. Therefore, it is R isomer. Okay. I think with these examples, it has become very clear for you to understand. Any example, Megan. Sometimes if they give you like this, for example, CH3, CHOH, COOH. Now, how will you write? You have to write the expanded form from this. The expanded form will take like this: CH3, CHOH, and then C double bond O. Okay. In this expanded form, you look for the number of carbon atoms. This is carbon atom 1, this is carbon atom 2, this is carbon atom 3. Okay. The next thing is you find out which is asymmetric. This is not asymmetric because all the 3 hydrogen atoms are same. Okay. This is one is oxygen, another is oxygen, and only 3 bonds are there. So this is also not asymmetric. But this one is having one group like this, second group like this, third group like this, and fourth group like this. So 4 different groups are there. 4 different groups. So when you have 4 different groups, this becomes asymmetric in nature. Asymmetric carbon atom. So asymmetric carbon atom has the property of rotating plane polarized light to the left or right. And by going that way, you can see that you can write again this structure as in the symmetric carbon atom at the center, C2 is at the center. Here you have H, here you have CH3, here you have OH, and here you have COOH. Okay. If you look into the priority, this is the 4th priority. This is the first priority because oxygen is 8, here you have 6, here you have 6. Because you have 2 similar 6, you have to look into the next atom. When you look into the next atom, hydrogen 1 comes, here oxygen 8 comes. 8 is greater than oxygen 1. So the priority is, the second priority is for this, third priority is for this. So 1, 2, 3, it goes in the clockwise direction. Therefore it is R isomer. Okay, I think now it is clear that if the type of structure that is given in the examination should be that given in the example should be in according to the rules that we follow. So if you have a structure like this, which describes the wedge, solid wedge and dashed wedge, you convert this 3D structure into 2D structure by just flattening them. Okay. If you flatten them, you have to get a structure like this. C, suppose if you have X here and Y here, C, X and Y. This is the right way of writing. Not like this, C, X and Y. Okay. So this is the right way of doing this and this is the wrong way of describing it. You are left with 2 more options here. So while exchanging both of them, you will face assignment. You will set assigning the R and S. Therefore, it is very important that how you convert the projection formula into this plain 2D formula, and projection to 2D formula. Then it is followed by exchange of atoms so that hydrogen comes to the bottom. When you bring hydrogen to the bottom, you have to make 2 exchanges should be done. 2 exchanges should be done. Okay, that's all for now. I think you work out all the examples there and try to get acquainted with the rules and the techniques there. I think it will help you to solve this. In the next section, we are going to see the geometric algorithms. Thanks for joining me. See you.